Hola, 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 hello, bienvenidos. I'm speaking in Spanish now because I've just been taking a course with the instructor speaking Spanish and it being translated. So, bear with everyone to our weekly guided meditation. My name is Nick Lasky. I am a professional psychic and astrologer based here in Richmond, VA. At the Aquarian Bookshop, and I'm very happy to be sharing these guided meditations with everybody since the beginning of pandemia. Pandemia is the Greek word for pandemic, and maybe also something similar in Spanish and these Romance languages. However, yeah, it is a time where so many things are happening, so it's a wonderful time to gather together, especially virtually. I know that things are approaching here with Thanksgiving, and I urge everyone to be very cautious and smart. And yeah, I'm still getting on Facebook Live right now, but I hope everybody is doing well and is enjoying themselves and is taking care of themselves and their loved ones, and especially here on the East Coast, or at least in the mid-Atlantic, it's been some lovely days of late, and so hope also folks have been enjoying their time outside while it's still relatively warm, because I know I love the warm. So also I want to mention that coming up on November 30th, and I believe I mentioned this last week, we have a lunar eclipse, okay, in the sign of Gemini. And lunar eclipses, so that will be Monday of next week. Lunar eclipses are very much like, you can think of it, they always occur on full moons, but it's a very especially powerful full moon. Think of it as a super duper full moon, extra strong, extra powerful full moon that is very, it brings so much into a heightened amount of manifestation, a heightened amount of awareness, heightened emotional sensitivity. It just raises the energy up very profoundly. And it is, being in the sign of Gemini, also very much be impacting our the media, the collective mind, the collective thought, consciousness, communication, probably technologies, and definitely if you happen to know where you have Gemini in your birth chart, then you can certainly check it out, and that will be the representation of where that's really drawing a lot of peak energy and culmination and manifestation in your personal life. And the other thing that I want to mention from your astrology corner is that tonight Mars and the moon are doing a tango. So highly recommend, if you get the chance, if it's clear skies, to go check it out. They're very close together in the sky tonight. They're both in the sign of Aries right now, and a pretty sight to behold. Yes, greetings to Littleton, Colorado, and welcome. So that's all I wanted to share from the astrology corner. And otherwise, let's dive into our meditation. So let's all go ahead and settle into a comfortable and relaxed position where you can take a few deep breaths and settle in, allowing yourself to stretch for a moment of time if you need to, whatever you need to do to really relax your physical body so that you can focus on your on your breath, on your concentration of your energy body. So as much as you can, relax the physical body so that you can let go of the physical body for just this period of time, so that you can focus your awareness, so that you can focus your energy and really concentrate upon what it is that we are cultivating in the meditation. So let's begin together with 3 deep breaths. And what we'll do is we'll breathe in together through the nose. And any tension, tightness, stress, big open mouth exhale, releasing. 2 more times, breathing in. And a big exhale, release. 1 more time as you inhale, letting go of any tension, any tightness, anything that you need to release, let it go. And in the next moment of time, allow yourself to slow everything down as you feel yourself relaxed, deepening your surrender into the moment that is. Everything in this moment, approach it gently. Approach it with easiness. And I'll begin to count from 10 to 0. And when I reach 0, you'll be deeper in the state of relaxation and calmness. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Profoundly relaxed, profoundly connected with the breath in this moment of time. And for a few moments, allow yourself to bring your awareness to your breath, but take some deep breaths. Take some long, slow, deep breaths. Breathing in and out your nose. Big, deep inhalations and exhalations. Feeling yourself submerging into the breath. Everything dissolves into breath. Your focus upon the breath entirely, and using the breath to help you stay focused by taking big breaths, consciously controlling the length of time that it takes to inhale and exhale. Taking care in this moment of time to balance the amount of time that it takes to inhale as it does to exhale. Like a seesaw, or like a wave cresting and coming back down, all in equal measure. And then let go of the performance of breath and allow yourself to simply breathe naturally. Without performance. Yet maintain your awareness upon your breath. deepening the relaxation. Coming to the center point within yourself as you observe the breath from your place of center. Dropping into this place. Allowing yourself to be with the wind. The wind is expressed through the air, the breath, as it comes in through your nose and then leaves your body. Be one with this flow, with this cycle. And in the next moment of time, as you continue to observe your breath, observe now at the same time. Observe yourself glowing, an illumination happening very gently as you are becoming more and more aware from this center point, from this inner place of calm and stillness. You are approaching your inner light. And as you approach this place, this awareness, image yourself glowing. And with each breath, the light, the glow becomes more and more. Feeling yourself warm from this glow, as if your body is giving off extra heat in this moment of time. And with a profound breath, begin to see that you are radiating light now like a sun, like a star, in all directions, all around you, above you, below you, behind you, to the sides, in front of you, and everything in between. You are glowing like a radiant star. And with the next breath, allow that light to quickly expand in all directions, filling the room that you are in, then filling the building, the home, wherever you may be. The entire structure is filled with light. And then the light quickly expands to fill the entirety of your neighborhood, the surrounding wilderness or houses. Quickly growing, the light fills the entirety now of your city or the town that you are in, or the village. The light quickly continues to expand just as light does, filling the state of Virginia, state of Colorado, whatever state you may be in, or province. In the next moment, the light fills the entirety of the country that you are in, and then the entirety of the globe. And everything upon the planet is deeply embraced by this light. This light pierces, penetrates through everything, through the mountains and the rivers, villages, the big cities, the oceans, all of the animals, all of the trees, all of the plants, all of the humans are within this light now, this glowing emanation. And so breathe profoundly 3 times as you deepen this visualization and allow the light to shine. Allow the light to do what it does. And with another breath, become aware of the other meditators tuned in this moment, and of the other spiritual practitioners all over the world, in every country, praying, doing practice, chanting mantra, lighting candles, singing, dancing for all of humanity, for the blessings upon the earth at this time. Image these other beings and communities as bright lights popping up all over, creating a grid of light upon the planet. And it's as if this grid helps to feed, continues to energize, to maintain the light that we have already cast outward to the world. And so with another profound breath, acknowledge to yourself that you are connected to the grid of the earth at this time, the grid of light around the earth. And in this collective focusing, we have great ability, we have a great opportunity and influence at this time to radiate out great harmony, great healing to the planet and to humanity. So with another profound breath, I'll begin to offer specific blessings, specific prayers, words to focus upon, to offer, to channel through yourself and emanate outward to the grid. So in this moment of time, beloved Father, Mother, God, existence, we invoke the spirit of clarity. And let us breathe profoundly and emanate clarity outward to the grid. Let us invoke and emanate the spirit of calmness to calmness, breathing profoundly. To the spirit of joy and laughter. Let us invite in joyful celebration and laughter into our universe and to this planet. Let us invite in a profound healing at this time for those that are suffering, that are profoundly suffering. We send them light. We send them profound healing and relief. So let us breathe profoundly, holding this intention of light. And as humanity is at a great crossroads, let us invite and emanate the spirit of cooperation, collaboration, working with each other, regardless of country, of race, of gender, of identification, of sexuality, of size, of ability. That humans at this time deepen their ability to work harmoniously with one another, deepening the beauty and the creativity upon the planet. So let us breathe profoundly to invoke and to emanate this cooperation. And let us call now upon the spirit of unconditional love. Let us invite love into our hearts to fill our being and then emanate out love to the grid. Breathing profoundly. Breathing profoundly, once again, emanating the spirit of compassion. May all beings deepen their compassion. And if you have a particular intention or blessing or prayer that you would like to offer outward to humanity, to the world at this time, go ahead and do so. Breathing profoundly and remembering in this moment of time that this effect upon humanity starts with you, starts within your circle, your family, your friends, your community, those that you encounter, and then the ripple outward. So breathing profoundly for a few moments of time as you allow the light and the energy to do the work, and also to allow these energies to integrate and flow through your own energy. Breathing profoundly once again. And slowly, slowly beginning to bring your awareness back in a state of gratitude. And I'll begin a count from 1 to 10, and when I reach 10, you may gently open your eyes. Find yourself awake and alert back in the space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beginning now to stretch, to adjust yourself. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Continuing to stretch as you come back. Gently opening your eyes. And I'll continue our sharing of our transcription from our drone program as you continue to come back and gently relax into the listening. So we've been talking about Kundalini. This comes from a program dictated by Jerome, who's a channeled entity that I study with in a mystery school. And the program is called The Spirilic Law of Kundalini from 2007, but the wisdom is eternal. Here we go. This is just where we we'll pick up where we left off. For example, the last sentence, this would probably help. The last sentence that we'd finish with is, teaching is great truth. However, there are many pieces missing and many fixations on the Kundalini where they need not be. For example, there are entities, human minds, that love to fixate on something like a coming earthquake or earth change. It is very entertaining and distracting to become involved in what something is going to do to you. There are many in the spiritual movements that do the same with Kundalini because it rises fear. And it rises a type of very subtle consciousness that does the very opposite of what you are attempting to do as a spiritually evolving human. The consciousness that it creates is the consciousness of victim. It is very subtle. It is very seductive. Because the moment that Kundalini can charge you, can take you over, you get a rest from a very subtle type of responsibility. So therefore, in the illusion of the energy, a great drama can arise in your body. There are very profound Kundalini experiences through which the entity would be better served sitting in very specific meditative processes. But there are many so-called mistaken diagnoses of Kundalini charges that are better served in other types of processing. This point is very subtle because it seems to be a contradiction that if every energy is Kundalini, then every process you experience is Kundalini. Ultimately, that is correct. So that if you are drinking a glass of water, the actual motion of lifting the glass to your lips and then swallowing is made possible because Kundalini is flowing. That is a truth. Therefore, any emotional process or physical process in the body must also be seen as related to Kundalini. So be it. In order for us to distinguish the subtle yet very important difference between these two types of Kundalini, which in the ultimate reality are not really two types. For the purposes of understanding it, let us call the first type of Kundalini lowercase k Kundalini, and the second type of Kundalini with an uppercase K. The uppercase K is the type of Kundalini that you reason that you are here to understand upon this day. You are correct. This type of Kundalini is the most intelligent energy. It is your energy directed into a one-pointed attention that longs profoundly beyond the boundaries of ego to rise in its density to a subtlety that it might evolve. It is like a wave bouncing off a wall. The spiralic energy descends upon you and bounces off of your wall. The root, as it is symbolized, to live there, then it must begin to rise upward, to bounce upward. So we will stop there today, and it's just getting very juicy with this Kundalini dialogue. So I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in and joining us, whether you're tuning in live or whether you're watching this post live or pre-live in a circular time reality. Then thank you once again. I wish everybody a very enjoyable holiday, focusing on gratitude, also remembering our indigenous peoples, especially here in the United States and the Americas, the First Nations peoples, that this particular holiday that is Thanksgiving is a very sensitive thing, because it's actually, it's very usually thought of as a wonderful, communion between the Pilgrims and the Native Americans, but really the deeper story is that of genocide and killing off of Native people. So I highly recommend, in addition to spending wonderful time with your family or on Zoom or whatever safe protocols you're taking, and remembering gratitude, to acknowledge and give thanks to the First Nations people of wherever land you're on, to at least acknowledge them, or perhaps if you don't know anything about them, to take a moment just to learn about them. That would be wonderful, and I'm sure they would very much appreciate it. So I hope everybody enjoys tomorrow and the lunar eclipse before we see you next week for the next meditation. All right, everybody. Good night.